Right in this morning. It did.
Has wings?
Yes, it wings.
It wings.
It wings.
It doesn't fly. It
It
wings.
wings. Good morning, everybody.
Did it have Red Bull? Ha ha ha.
Ha ha. Good morning. Coffee? Yep. Yep, 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 yep. Excuse me. I'm still clearing stuff out in my throat.
Rocking you last night.
Yes. When we do rocking, it takes a little while for me to get back in the swang of things. Oh, good morning, everybody. People are filing in already. Hey, guess what? You probably see it in the title of the description of the video, depending on the platform you're watching on. But hey, 3 years, 3 years of Coffee with Todd. One, un, deux, trois. Toi, année, avec, café,
Et Todd?
et Todd.
Oui, oui.
Oui.
Je pense que oui.
Uh-huh. Kiwi?
That means I think yes, remember?
Oh, yeah, oui.
Je pense que oui.
Sure. 3 3 years of Coffee with Todd. How cool is that?
Oh, we just also welcomed our Canadian friends.
We did.
French.
I really should know French better.
That's okay.
Good morning, Deidre. Good morning, Lindy.
Good morning, Lindy.
And Morgan. I know who Morgan is. Good morning, Morgan. How are you? Long time no see. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing good. And hey, the guy right here, this guy, congrats on 3 years. Marc Heymann is going to help us celebrate 3 years of Coffee with Todd today. We are going to go on a little adventure with Marc, and he's going to sing some songs for us. We're going to talk to him. We're going to learn you all about him. So if you live in the area and you've seen Marc out and about performing and you've wondered about him, this is your chance. You're going to learn all sorts of stuff. Good morning, Al.
Good morning,
Happy
Al.
3 years. I know. Can you believe? Can you believe that we've been doing this for 3 years?
Nope. Doesn't feel like it though. It really doesn't. It feels like one. Maybe.
Well,
Probably maybe more for you.
maybe a little bit more than one.
You do.
But 3 years, I guess it kind of flew by fast. What's amazing to me is that we have been consistent with 3 years. Like, we have always had a show on Sunday. Now, a handful of times, this coffee pot takes forever, man. Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, I guess I need to get you a new coffee maker. Remember we did that for, wasn't it your first year anniversary of coffee?
Yeah, because the old coffee maker used to spill on me every single time.
So now we gotta upgrade again.
Yeah.
Each time we go up, we gotta upgrade a new coffee maker.
So, as I was saying, we've never missed a Sunday. we've had pre-taped Sundays a handful of times. Like a couple times I went golfing with my dad on Father's Day, and like we had to tee off at 8:30 in the morning or something, so we pre-taped the show. A couple times I had a show somewhere, so we pre-taped it, but they were always specifically tailored just for that day. And so every Sunday for 3 years straight, there's been a new Coffee with Todd on. And only maybe 4 times has it been pre-recorded.
Yeah,
maybe 5.
Hasn't been very many, no.
I think when I got my first COVID shot,
Yep.
we pre-taped it in anticipation.
Yep.
And thank God we did. But we've had guests over the years. We've
taken it on the road too. Remember?
We've taken it on the road.
Went to your uncle's.
Yeah, we've done this show in
game.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We've done it in Old Orchard Beach, Maine.
Yeah.
We've just kind of been around for the last 3 years, which is it's pretty cool. It's fun. I get to see you guys each and every week. I get to sing for you. I get to share stuff with you, and we get to celebrate coffee, one of my favorite things. So, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tracy. Oh yeah, it's Labor Day weekend as
That
well.
too, yes.
Isn't that amazing? So Mr. Paul, good morning.
Good
And
morning,
Al,
you
we made it through the terrible twos. That's amazing.
That's funny.
Mark Shelton. Hey, Mark. Mark, I want to come see you sing at the Bartonian Fair.
Bartonian.
Yeah, he's playing on Friday, I believe,
Nice.
at the Barton Fair. The Orleans County Fair, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Good morning, John. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, we're celebrating 3 years of Coffee with Todd today. With coffee. Oh my gosh, that's so hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. It feels good. I've been waiting for this cup of coffee since. So you're gonna laugh about this, but so last night, Foozle played at Parker Pie in West Glover, Vermont. There we are. And I'm a little. I don't know if there's pollen in the air or something, but I've just got little. Well, plus I also sang for 3 hours straight, so my voice is a little rattled. But where was I going with this? Oh, we got home last night at, I don't know, 11 o'clock at night. And I'm thinking, God, I can't wait to have a cup of coffee. Of course, I had to go to bed at that point. So, you know. So, what are we doing to ring in 3 years on Coffee with Todd? Well, we are going to bring on a good friend of mine. You've probably seen him around town if you live in the area. And if you haven't lived in the area, you've seen him on this show. His name is Marc Heymann. He is a singer, a performer, a guitarist. And that's him on, I believe that is the Northern Star.
Yeah, it looks like
Just from looking at the decor in the background. I think that's the Northern Star. But he plays all around the area. He came here from Texas, where he played all around Texas. And we're going to get to meet him today. Well, I mean, we've met him, but we're like actually going to have a conversation with him. He's going to sing for us. And we're doing it on Lake Memphremagog.
Yeah.
How cool is that? So a fun 3-year anniversary for Coffee with Todd today. It was 3 years a couple weeks ago, but we've been so busy we didn't have time to proper it up. There's Bart. Good morning, Bart. Oh, and hey, Tristan. I didn't think Tristan was going to be watching this morning. 3 years. Wow, you're a megastar. Oh, thank you. And he says hi to you as well.
Good morning, Tristan.
Kristen's
Hi.
going to the beach this morning, so he wasn't
Nice.
sure that.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So let's get this show started. I got cartoons for you. We've got Marc Heymann on the show. I'll sing a song for you. Yeah, we better get going.
Show?
We've got so little to do and so much time. Wait, stop that. Reverse it. You know what movie that's from? Dun, dun,
Is
dun,
that
dun.
Back to the Future?
No way.
Is it?
No.
Okay, then I don't know.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate
Oh,
Factory.
duh.
No. Charlie and no,
No,
wait.
You said it right the first
Yeah,
time.
Willy Wonka and the
The
Chocolate
original.
Factory. The one with Gene Wilder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thinking
All right.
about
The snozberries taste like snozberries. And it's been 3 years here on Coffee with Todd. So grab yourself a cup of coffee. I will be your Todd. The show starts.
Maintenant.
Is that right now in French?
No.
What is it? Menthol?
No, maintenant.
Maintenant.
Yeah, that's now.
Right now. No beach today, just tomorrow, says Tristan. All right. Good morning, Marie.
Good morning, Marie.
Yay. All right. Exciting show this morning. We've got, we're going to head out onto Lake Memphremagog with Marc Heymann. He picked me up lakeside, and we did a little interview, and we sang some songs. It's super fun. And we've got cartoons for you, and all sorts of stuff. It's 3 years of Coffee with Todd. 3 years. It's almost ready. 1 more year in kindergarten. Or no, I guess that's 5 years.
Did you say 1 more year in kindergarten?
Yeah. Well, $200 was all I paid. It was avocado and Bondo Gray. But she was a pistol when you put it in gear. It was built like a tank and had power steering. Well, at 91, the southbound lane I hit 120 and she started to shake. Well, I never had such a rush. I left a black Mercedes just eating dust. It was a 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart. An 8-track player and a used parts. 74 Dodge Dart. Now slant six engine, she really tore. Had a big old hole on the passenger floor where you could sit, watch the asphalt fly, pedal to the metal. Hey baby, hold on tight. It was a 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart. 8-track player, used parts. 74 Dodge Dart. Oh, hey, don't drive slow. The open road and the radio. Oh, hey, rubber and tar. You can't beat the freedom of your first car. It was a 74 Dodge Dart, and she handled like a shopping cart. 8-track player, used parts. 74 Dodge Dart. First taste of freedom, a work of art. 74 Dodge Dart. Hey, that's my hit song. I remember when I wrote that song. I was quite proud of it.
Yeah,
I said, I think this is something.
it's something.
It's something. Oh man, we got a bunch of people filing in here. Congrats on 3 years. Thanks, Marie. Good morning, Polly. Ah, Pat Kilday. I haven't seen you for eons. How are you doing? I walk by your old house quite a bit on my way home from work. Oh, Tris wants to see Danielle dance.
No.
She said no, she's too
I'm
tired.
tired from last night.
I kept Danielle out past her
Yeah.
bedtime last night.
Lucky I'm awake.
There's Mr. Marc Sikolis.
Hey there, Marky.
Marky! Yeah, I kept Danielle up past her bedtime last night. We played at Parker Pie last night. It was fun, though. It was a good times.
Yeah.
All right. 3 years of Coffee with Todd. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 years. 158 shows. And counting. Every Sunday morning. Love it. And thanks to you guys for watching it every Sunday morning. So cool. I get to hang out with you guys virtually. You know, we started this because of COVID, but we kept it going because we had so much fun. And we get to connect with you guys and see you guys and sing for you guys and have fun. And it's just been a blast. And we'll go for another 3 years if we can hack it. I will say, a lot of shows like this started during the pandemic, and a lot of them have really petered off, but we've kept going.
Yeah.
We're keeping it strong here, just like the coffee. All right, real quick, I'm going to do cartoons, and I want to bring our guest on because this was such a fun interview that I did with Marc. But first, I'm going to do cartoons, of course. So, I also do cartoons, Midlife Thesis, right there. Midlifethesis.net is where you can find it on the interwebs, or you can go on Facebook or Instagram, Midlife Thesis Cartoons, and follow them. Or if you live in the greater Newport area, you can pick up the Newport Daily Express. It's in the paper every Monday and every Friday. And usually I would show you a copy of that paper, but I did not buy it this Friday. The one place I went to buy it, they were sold out because it must have been because the cartoon was so good. But I'll get one this weekend sometime. But anyway, the cartoon that came out Friday was this one right here. I like this one.
Pumpkin spice and everything nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what everything's made of.
It's pumpkin spice time.
Instead of peanut butter jelly time.
Certainly. Yes. And if you watch Coffee with Todd, you get to see Monday's cartoon today. That's right. The cartoon of the future.
Yeah, because Monday's a holiday.
Monday's a holiday. I don't even know if there's a paper. There's probably not even a paper tomorrow. I'm not sure. This might be an exclusive.
Whoa.
I don't know. Anyway, the cartoon's coming out tomorrow morning. For you guys, here it is. I like that one. All right, enough foolishness. Enough foolishness. Let's get ready for our celebration. Oh, Marc says hi. Hey, there he is. Ron is up. Look who's awake watching you, circling the blue circle over your eye. What? There's a blue circle over my eye? Oh no. Oh, great internet company we have up here. Oh. I know.
Joys.
I know. I complain about the internet quite often.
Quite funny.
Jared Carbonneau. There he is.
Yeah.
And Lisa, all right. Thank you. She says, happy anniversary. Looking good. Jen, good morning. She loved this week's cartoon, she says. Awesome. Oh, there's not a paper. My cartoon. Here we go. Jen works at the Newport Daily Express. Cartoon will run on Tuesday.
Nice.
All right.
Tuesday tune.
I like it. If I had more time, I'd do a daily one, but I just don't. I don't have the time. All right. So here we go. Here it is. 3 years of Coffee with Todd. To celebrate 3 years of Coffee with Todd, we are going to talk to Marc Heymann. He is on the show today. I've wanted to have Marc on here for a while. He's been on the show in the past. You've seen him in videos of shows we've done together. You saw him wear a white shirt and eat ribs and not stain it. It was like the reverse wet t-shirt contest, I guess. And I've been wanting to have him on for a while, so we got him on. This is how we did it. We hopped on his pontoon boat, and we went out into Lake Memphremagog, and we did an interview out there in the water, and we sang out there in the water. And it was so cool. And here it is. This is it. This is the 3-year anniversary celebration of Coffee with Todd on a boat. And spoiler alert, we did not capsize because I'm here to tell the story about it. Anyway, meet Marc Heymann here on Coffee with Todd. right, we are celebrating 3 years of Coffee with Todd by going on a boat. I'm on a boat! I'm on a boat! That's right. We're heading out onto Lake Memphremagog here in Newport, Vermont with my good buddy Marc Heymann, and we're gonna talk with him about his music, sing some songs, and enjoy the lake. So come with me. It's a beautiful, I guess, fall day now that we're in September. Yeesh, fall. Dun. The chariot awaits.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a faithful trip.
3 years of Coffee with Todd. Did you know that? Did you know this is the 3-year anniversary show?
How many shows is that?
150 something.
Wow. Congratulations.
158, 159.
I believe you.
It's something like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Actually, so 3 years was actually when you and I were playing at the Elks. But I didn't do a show for that. And then last Sunday, I didn't feel like doing a 3-year show. So I played the video that Marc made of the Elks show. And now we're doing the 3-year anniversary. So it's 3 years and some change.
Yeah.
But are we getting dive bombed?
Ooh, it's a biplane.
It is.
It's out of time from World War I.
Oh, man.
Production value.
It's too bad it wouldn't land in the lake. We're here on We're here on Lake Memphremagog in Newport, Vermont, and the plane is flying overhead.
I guess it's going in the vicinity of the landfill and the airport.
Oh, right. It's landing in the Newport State dump.
You don't see biplanes that often, do you?
You do not.
Crop dusters, but it doesn't look like he's doing that.
I was hoping it'd be one of those planes that lands on the water.
That would be great.
That would be
like
really
a pontoon
cool.
plane.
Yeah, is that what they're actually called?
I mean, they have pontoons on them.
I just call them water planes.
Water planes.
Anyway, it's the 3-year anniversary of Coffee with Todd. We're on Lake Memphremagog. We've nestled off into this little cove here because it's kind of choppy out there because it's, fall now in the Northeast Kingdom. But next week it's going to be 90 degrees.
You know what it is?
What's that?
This is something that I've always loved. The burrs are tomorrow. You know what those are?
The burrs. Like burr, I'm cold burrs?
Kind of, but it's September, October,
November,
December. It's my favorite time of the year.
Are you born in those months or?
No, in April.
Just your favorite time of
Just
year?
my favorite time of year.
I'm in October, baby.
There you go. We have lots of October babies in our family.
It's a good month. I was born on Friday the 13th in October. And my middle name is Jason.
Wow.
My parents are weird. I think I was born a couple years before those movies came out, though. But the story goes, my mother was trying not to have me be born on Friday the 13th. And my dad was trying to make sure that I was born on Friday the 13th. And I came out around 8:30 at night. So she held on as long as she possibly could, but...
Amazing.
But anyway, this is Marc Heymann. I haven't even introduced him yet. But yeah, we're here on... he's invited me out on this boat for like 2 years straight. 2 years? 3 years? How long have you been here?
Probably, yeah, 3 years.
And I haven't done it yet.
Well, I didn't have it the first year, so let's say 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. I remember when you got it. I think you told me that you were getting it and that I'd have to come out with you.
Yeah.
And then, last year we were in the middle of moving and everything, and by the time we got moved, the burrs hit.
Yeah.
But we're finally doing it. So we're out here. So you've probably seen this guy, if you're from the Northeast Kingdom area, you've probably seen this guy playing at there's a restaurant right across the way that he plays at. If you're a Coffee with Todd watcher from out of town, you've seen him on the show, but not in an official capacity. We've seen
a little brew fest.
Yeah, seen him playing, seen him eating some ribs.
Yes, with a white shirt. and I did not get sauce on it. I
You
remember
did
that.
not.
That was a good
really
bit.
funny. Yeah, but now we're finally having him on the show, and this is so much cooler than doing it on Zoom because we're doing it on Lake Memphremagog.
Isn't it
On the
beautiful?
American side. If we drift into Canada at all during this show and we get arrested, I mean, that'll make for some good programming, I suppose.
Exciting.
So Mark, you're from Texas.
So I'm originally from Germany.
Germany.
I was 11 months old when we
What part of
immigrated.
Texas is that from?
That is in the very far east side of Texas.
Very, very far east Texas.
Past Longview, I mean, way out there, past Houston.
So you were born in Germany.
Yes.
But you don't have a German accent.
Nope.
So you,
It's interesting because we moved to Pennsylvania. Everett, kind of not too far from Altoona.
I guess I'm not. Is that like middle of the state?
Middle. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
I've driven through Pennsylvania a bunch, but I don't know.
yeah. My dad's sister married a soldier that was stationed in Germany.
Okay.
Took them to the States with my Oma, my grandmother, my dad's and my aunt's mother.
Yeah.
And said, you know, you've got a new baby. There's so much opportunity over here. So we moved to Pennsylvania, and I lived in St. Johnsville in upstate New York, back to Pennsylvania, and then pretty much most of my life in Texas,
Huh.
between San Antonio and Austin.
So you were born in Germany, but you grew up in
Yep.
Pennsylvania.
But the interesting thing you said about the accent is, you know, I only spoke German until I got to kindergarten.
Oh, really?
Because my grandmother and
Sure.
my uncle, my cousin, my mom,
Yeah, yeah.
and my dad, and you know, so it was funny when I was playing the music that launched us, the Gilligan's Island theme. So I got to kindergarten,
Hey.
and the teacher said, "Well, Mark is a little bit behind. Have him watch TV." You know, in the rural area of Pennsylvania with the rabbit ears back in those days, there was always Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bob Denver taught me how to speak English.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I loved that show when I was a kid too. I grew up actually not very far.
Right behind us.
What's behind us? Yeah, pretty much, kind of over that way. But we didn't really have much for cable back then, so I watched Gilligan's Island all the time. It's
Sure.
one of my favorite shows.
Star Trek reruns.
I was never into that.
You have a NASA hat on.
I know. Right? I like real space. I don't like this fake space. I don't like Star Wars.
No.
I'm just.
You're the one.
I'm like the one. I just not. It doesn't do it.
I love
for
it
me.
all. I love science documentaries, Star Wars, Star Trek.
I like Mel Brooks, so I love Spaceballs.
That's a good one.
And I've seen enough Star Wars to understand the Spaceballs references, because
Right.
you know you do see that.
Sure.
And like a friend of mine's parents watch Star Trek, so we watch it. I just never really got into it. But so could you speak any English when you went to school, or were you?
A little bit, you know,
A little.
kids, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, my cousin was a couple years older than me.
Yeah.
So, you know, we would interact. And so
Okay.
I had some English, but I was just behind.
Because my mother had a similar. Her parents are both from Quebec. They had her like almost the day that they moved to the United States. So my mother grew up speaking only French and learned to speak English in school, and then taught my grandparents how to speak English. So it's similar-ish story, but
Yeah.
French.
You've heard my dad, right? I mean, he's
Well,
got
that's-
a thick accent.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've talked to your dad, and I was like, well, he's got the accent.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I didn't realize, but then you told me when we were at the Elks that you were born in Germany. See, I didn't know that. I figured. I guess I don't know what I figured.
Yeah. You forgot.
Yeah, but you hear my grandparents talk, and they have such a French accent.
Yeah.
And I don't have.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to speak French. You at least know how to speak German, I would assume.
I do know how to speak German. We just had some friends, Sigrid and Bent, that visited us for a couple of weeks. And it's interesting, you know, when you don't do it that often and you start to speak, you try to translate from English to German while you're having a conversation.
Okay.
And it doesn't work, right? Because you're so slow and everything. So it
Yeah.
takes like 15, 20 minutes and then just switches.
Huh.
And so I'm thinking in German, and it's a much better. I speak.
Really?
I joke, but I mean I speak like a 5-year-old. I didn't go to school over there, and
Right.
I can have a conversation, and they say, "Oh, you speak at least like an 8-year-old." So
That's all you need. That's fine. Do you ever go back to Germany?
yeah, we were back last year.
Yeah.
Visited Secret and Band in the northern part of Germany, where I was born in Hannover. Then we went in 16. We started in England and went through France and went to Germany. Not as much as I would like.
Yeah.
It's hard to do it, 10 days to 14 days. It's
Try to fit everything.
try to fit everything in. Man, did we ever do that in 16? We saw everything, but it's difficult.
Yeah. And so what? Okay, so then you're in Texas.
Yep.
So how'd you end up in Texas? Your parents?
Well,
For
so
work, or-
there's two things you do in my dad's little town in Germany.
Okay.
Heymann, Germany. You work at the brewery or the shoe factory.
Okay.
So my great uncle, on my dad's side, owned 25% of the brewery. It's called Park Brewery, right?
Okay.
Unfortunately, he lost it playing cards.
Oh, jeez.
So my dad became a shoemaker.
Wow. Okay.
So
Really?
San Antonio shoes, you've heard of them? They're kind of like these, like moccasins.
Yeah.
They were made famous by like nurses who would wear them because they would be on their feet all day long.
Right.
So that's what got my dad to San Antonio. So he's a shoe designer. He designed
No way.
all of those shoes. Yep.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to him. I have flat feet,
Yep.
and I have the hardest time finding. These are not bad, the ones that I'm wearing right now, but
Try some SAS shoes. They're a little pricey, but man, the Pathfinder's best shoes I ever had.
well, I mean, you gotta pay for. That's one thing when you have like flat feet or any sort of.
Inserts or
Yeah, but inserts are kind of, they're only so good for so long. I feel like you're better off to just buy a quality shoe.
talk to dad.
Which sucks because I love Converse All-Stars and I can't wear them.
Can't wear those.
I
No,
could
that
wear
would
them
be
when I
bad.
was in high school and in my 20s, but I can't now.
Yeah.
So you grew up in what part of Texas?
So New Braunfels, so north of San Antonio, south of Austin.
Okay.
So one of the things is like why would you leave there to come here? Right?
Well, I was gonna say why Vermont,
and so
but I mean,
a couple of reasons. Yeah.
in the winter, this isn't. In the winter, we would be in a fishing shanty right now, having right about here,
Right
maybe.
about here. Maybe.
Right about here, yeah.
So a couple of things. Thinking ahead, it's still probably 6 or 7 years off, but retirement, right? So I wanted a house on a lake. I thought about, maybe coming back east where I first grew up and everything. Texas, it's hard to describe how brutal the heat is.
Yeah.
It is unbelievably brutal. And we're really enjoying the 4 seasons, right? So we did a lot of research and all of that, and we kind of looked in the iPad and Realtor.com and found the house. And the biggest reason is family, right? So we were kind of joking about my dad. He's 84, and I was thinking of a way that maybe there's a guest house on the property or mother-in-law suite or something like that.
Yeah.
And then my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter, and so there's 6 of us, right?
Okay.
And so I was looking for a place with those criteria, something near a lake, something family compound type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's $3 or $4 million in Texas.
Oh,
It's just crazy.
Yeah,
It's just crazy.
absolutely. Yeah.
And the other thing, besides the heat, is, and I say this in my shows sometimes when people come up and ask me, because I wear that black leather hat, so
Oh, yeah.
it's my Texas thing, right?
Right.
And it's like, well, in the south part of San Antonio and the very northern part of Austin, there's probably like 8 million people there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
On that I-35 corridor. I wrote a song about it. And it's just, when I moved to that town, I was, I think, 79, maybe 20,000 people, 2 high schools.
Really?
And it's just, those towns, oh, I think geese.
Yeah, it sounds like geese.
They're right over there. They're
They're coming down from
exploded.
Canada. Those are Canadian geese.
Canadian geese.
They're actually called Canada goose, by the way.
Canada goose. It
Yeah,
sounds like a
everybody
whiskey.
says Canadian geese up here, but I did a cartoon about it, so I wanted to make sure it was grammatically correct. And it's Canada goose.
Canada
or
goose.
Canada geese, but we all say Canadian geese. I guess they're going back to Canada.
They are going north, which is good.
Yeah. Hey. Anyway.
Yep.
So the town grew
Exponentially.
fast. Yeah.
Exponentially.
That's crazy.
You know, like my kids went to the same high school I did, right?
Yeah.
So when I went to that high school, we had 110, 115, which may sound a lot up here, but you know, it's a small Texas high school.
110 people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually not. I think North Country's 300. Maybe?
Really?
500.
Probably 3,000 kids in that school now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they've had to add on to the school. Then.
Oh yeah. There's very little left of what I remember going in there.
So I know Austin's like a hotbed for people to move to.
Oh yeah. A lot of tech companies.
Yeah,
the
and
music
musicians.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so expensive in Austin that a lot of people move down in
Yeah.
Brownfells and San Marcos. You can't afford to live in Austin.
It's everything's like so. When I was in Nashville in 2004 and 5, like recording my album and all that stuff, you could get a nice apartment in a gated community with central heat and air and a fireplace and 2 bedrooms for $575 a month.
Yeah.
But now Nashville is like the next Austin, right? It's like the cool place, and it's like $2,500 for that same apartment
From the 70s, you know, just bare bones kind of apartment.
Yeah, it's crazy. I assume Austin's the same way. New York City. I mean, Brooklyn used to be almost in shambles,
Yeah.
and now if you can afford to live in Brooklyn, you might as well live in Manhattan.
Yeah, I was in Brooklyn
Wild. It's weird.
in 19 for work. I spent a couple weeks there.
It's great.
Very nice.
It's not your father's Brooklyn. It actually looks like Sesame Street now. That's where Sesame Street was supposed to be, but they like prettied it up.
Oh,
and
yeah?
Actually, that's what it looks like now.
Huh.
So Newport, did you you just found it online, or did you know anybody? You didn't have
Never been to Vermont.
friends?
Nope.
Did you come up first, or did you just pull the trigger?
I pulled the trigger.
You just did it,
Yeah, because it was in the middle of COVID.
right?
We were thinking of, come up for the inspection and that type of thing and check out the house before you buy it. And quarantine before and after and all of that. And it's like,
So you didn't. You see, you're not a COVID transplant then, because a lot of people during COVID moved up here.
to get out of the cities. Yeah, we had bought it
But or you were already
in it right there, yeah.
But like what you're talking about too, like are we gonna blow up? Oh, it's a shallow water alarm.
7 feet? Oh, we're okay.
Are we good?
Can cut that in
Oh my
post.
God, we're all gonna die.
It's weird because we're not real
close. Yeah, that's Prouty Beach. I think I don't know exactly what the shot looks like, but I'm assuming you can see Prouty Beach behind us. But so let's say a $250,000 house here is $1.6 million in Connecticut or something like
Really?
that.
Yeah.
And especially and COVID drove the prices of houses up around here.
Sure.
I mean, my house that I bought in Orleans in 2009, I sold for twice what I paid for.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was extremely lucky, but that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, if you were going to buy a house on the lake in, I don't know, Milford, Connecticut. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No, I haven't.
It's south of New Haven. It's great.
Okay.
I love Milford.
Oh, Milford.
It's beautiful. Is
that where I saw Chris Stapleton play at the
maybe it's real
bank,
close to
bank arena? It's an outdoor venue. Is it by Lake Winnipesaukee?
No, that's
a different one.
Yeah, this would be down near the ocean, closer.
Oh, okay.
The Long Island sounds like across the. But the same idea. It's a small town like Newport.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, I play down there, and I don't even make. By the time I get my hotel room and everything, I lose money. but Danielle and I love Milford, and we need to go back. We haven't been since the pandemic.
We want to find some places to go visit. So
Milford's cool. It's right off the highway. It's just past New Haven. I love it. And there's a train station right there, so you can hop on the train and go right into New York. It's
Nice.
about an hour and 15 minutes by train there.
That's not bad.
But yeah, it's cool. But a lot of people, like, it's cool to me how many people have kind of moved to this area because I grew up here, and so like it's still home, but it feels like a little more. It's on the up and up.
Yeah,
It's in a building process right now.
We have a lot of folks that live up by us at the end of Lake Road that have, transplanted just like we did. Super great people.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody up there. That's too. It's too close to Canada for me. No, I'm just kidding.
400 meters from the border is where our house is.
400 meters. So you get a golf ball to Canada.
On a good day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So, music. Let's talk about that, and then we'll have you sing some songs.
Okay.
What got you into music?
Well, we briefly talked about my dad.
Yeah.
And
He's
it's
a musician.
him.
He's a musician.
He's a musician.
Oh.
He'll still come and play a couple of songs at some of my gigs.
Okay.
He was in the German army at the same time Elvis was stationed over there.
Oh yeah.
And so
Did he meet him?
they actually went to a pub where he was supposed to be, and sometimes he would like play piano or something. He wouldn't have the whole band or anything like that,
Right.
Because he was a soldier. But
Yeah.
he did have a house off base. So Dad got a van or something and took like 10, 15, 20 people to this place, and Elvis didn't show, and so Dad grabbed a guitar and played. So that's what I grew up with. Dad
That's cool.
would play all the time. After the shoe company years, my dad left all that to run a German restaurant in New Braunfels. So
Yeah.
Friday night, Saturday night, the last schnitzel was served, and it became a concert. So I started off, kind of sitting in the background, playing a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I would play more and more and more. So I grew up around it.
That's really cool. So you come from a musical family. Does he play the accordion? Isn't that a German
little
thing?
bit, no, but he plays. His guitar is not quite as used as Willie Nelson's. I'll show you a picture of it.
Okay.
It's a classical guitar with,
awesome.
kind of almost got a hole in it.
So how did I not? I mean, I've only met your father a couple of times, but
He's the oldest roadie in New England.
is he? He's your roadie. I've never seen him play. I didn't know is he kind of just.
He's great.
But he just doesn't.
It depends.
Depends if he feels like
if he
it or
feels
not.
like it, or we were playing here at the East Side last Friday,
Yeah.
and he didn't feel like playing. But sometimes at Kingdom Brewing, when it's maybe not as crowded,
Uh-huh.
because he can't hear that well anymore,
right,
so maybe he's worried he's going to be off pitch or something. But he loves it.
I mean, his whole musical career off pitch.
He's great.
That's awesome. Have you been to the Derby Line Village Inn?
Yes.
So, I mean, that's like German food,
Yep.
right?
And he came out and played
the
accordion for
accordion?
us. Yep.
Yeah.
And of course we talked to him, and him and Dad, became friends right away. So
bet.
that was fun.
That's a great place.
Great place. Reminds us of the restaurant we had back in Texas.
I was wondering, like, is that the kind of that's German
Very
food,
much.
right?
Yeah.
I've only been there a few times. I remember my grandmother when she turned, 91, 92 maybe. We went there and he came out and he played the accordion, and she was like, loved it.
Yeah.
And I was sitting like maybe as far away from you as I was her, and he was right there in the middle. And it was so loud. I didn't know
is.
how loud accordions
Yeah,
were.
it's like somebody playing trumpet right next to you.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, I'm like, but my grandmother's 90, so like her hearing's not as good as mine. So she was like, she loved it. Like, she didn't want him to stop. It was so cool. But I remember saying to Danielle after, I'm like, I didn't know I should have brought earplugs to this.
Ear protection.
But what a cool restaurant.
It
that
is a
So
cool
your dad must love that then.
Yeah, we need to go back.
Yeah. Well, we could do coffee with Todd there.
We could.
Schnitzel with Todd.
Schnitzel with Todd and a nice cappuccino.
There you go. Yeah, by the way, we don't have coffee. I'm drinking this La Croix. What do you got? Zero gravity?
Something like that.
Yeah. This is Marc's drink.
Yeah.
Green State. Oh, see, he's converted to Vermont. He's
Yeah.
already a Vermonter.
Great beer up here.
I've heard. I got sober 9 years ago. Right about the exact time that all the microbreweries decided to start making good stuff. Like when I got sober, it was Magic Hat. I don't even know if they're still a thing.
Never heard of it.
They're Burlington.
Yeah.
Magic Hat number 9 was like an apricot beer. And then there was Long Trail,
Yeah.
the blackberry wheat. Those were
That was the fancy
that was
stuff.
craft beer when I quit drinking. And now Zero Gravity, these companies, they make non-alcoholic beers.
Huh.
I haven't tried them. I just figure better not tempt the devil or
There's
whatever.
there are some great beers up here.
Yeah, I know. They just waited till I don't know. They just waited till I quit drinking, and they're like, "All right, now that he's not gonna consume everything anymore, now we can make good beer."
Yeah.
And now everybody's drinking good beer. But Vermont, what, per capita? The most breweries per capita. It's a small state, but every town has a brewery.
Yeah.
Even Newport.
Yeah.
We've played there.
Amazing.
Well, you want to sing before we end up docked on?
Yeah.
Or should we go out a little bit?
I'm gonna go out a little bit so we can move the camera. And...
Yeah, we should probably go out a little bit.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't realize how close we've drifted. Yeah. So this is Prouty Beach. For those of you watching Coffee with Todd that are not from the area, this is the beach that I grew up on, basically. And it did not look like this when I grew up here. It was just a beach with a big yellow lifeguard chair. And that was it. That was it. There was a shuffleboard over where that bike path is. There used to be all woods there. And there was like a little picnic table area with shuffleboard and horseshoes. And then that was it.
That was it.
So it's so much nicer now. It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. All right. So he's gonna move this before we crash, and then Marc's gonna sing for us, and then I'll jam with him after.
Awesome.
When the rain is blowing in the face and the whole world is on your gaze, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there's no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. No, you haven't made your mind up yet. I would never do you wrong. Known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. Winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my love.
Yay! Big crowd.
Big crowd. There's actually one other boat in here.
This is what it's like for me when I do Coffee with Todd every day. Danielle's the only one that claps. I'm like, you don't have to clap. You know?
Yeah. We gotta hear a little class.
She's like, oh, but I want to.
All right.
Do I get to be the guitar tech?
Yeah.
All right. We'll edit this. Wow, this is a lot lighter than
Than
I
you
thought
would
it was
think,
gonna be.
yeah.
I thought it was going to be
It's
like,
chambered. It's not.
It's freaking upside down.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? Why anybody would play guitar upside down? I just don't get it. Todd is left-handed.
Oh my God, I gotta get one of these.
So this is actually going to be super cool because I went to see Stapleton in New Hampshire, right? I was in the orchestra pit. I mean, not much farther than the edge of the boat. What a show he put on. And I've been a pretty big fan. I always do Tennessee whiskey and all that stuff, but
Right.
he did this one song, and I said right then and there, I gotta learn this song. Lisa has never heard it.
Oh, so this is the
Yeah.
the maiden voyage of the
This is
song.
this is brand new for me at least. All right.
So this is a Stapleton song.
This is a Stapleton song.
Okay. And the last one was
Bob
sorry.
Dylan. We can start over.
I was gonna say I just ruined it. The last
right.
one was a Bob Dylan song, but also done by Billy Joel and also done by Garth Brooks.
And Adele.
And Adele.
Kelly Clarkson. And
I know, right?
Lots of people have covered that song.
Poor Bob Dylan, never got his due.
All right.
There's a bottle on the dresser by your ring, and it's empty. So right now I don't feel a thing. I'll be hurting when I wake up on the floor. It'll all be over by noon. That's the difference between whiskey and you. Come tomorrow, I can walk in any store. It ain't a problem. They'll always sell me more. But your forgiveness, well, that's something I can't buy. There ain't a thing that I can do. That's the difference between whiskey and you. One's the devil, one keeps driving me insane. Times I wonder if they both ain't the same. One's a liar, helps me hide me from the pain. One's a long gone bitter truth. That's the difference between whiskey and you. I got a problem, but it ain't what you think. I drink because I'm lonesome, and I'm lonesome because I drink. But if I don't break down and bring it on myself, I'll hit it out of blue. That's the difference between whiskey and you. One's the devil, one keeps driving me insane. Times I wonder if they both ain't the same. One's a liar, helps me hide me from the pain. And one's a long gone bitter. True. There's a difference between whiskey and you. And there's a difference between whiskey and you. Thank you so much.
That's my favorite Chris Stapleton song. I don't know if he ever released that as a single, but
I'm not sure.
I heard that a couple of years ago. I think it's on his first album, right?
I think it is.
And I
yeah.
was like, what is this song?
I know.
It's such a good song.
So good. And he does it live like
I
that, just kind of just,
bet.
oh, it grabs everybody's attention.
Cool. So look at that. He played my favorite Chris Stapleton song.
All right.
And I don't know a lot of Chris Stapleton's music, but that's my favorite song of his. Have we? We've never played together.
Never.
We've never played together. Oh God. You guys are gonna see it the first time.
We've never rehearsed together.
No. I had to remember that part. All right. Marc Heymann on the lead guitar, playing it backwards.
Yeah, upside down and backwards.
Upside down and backwards. And me on this thing here. This is Money in a Suitcase. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Oh, man.
my tricky jazz stuff. They'll deliver your dreams at the door.
Oh, there we go.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Right at sunset.
I know, right? Yeah, we're gonna have to turn the camera around. And do you think we're gonna get some colors, or
Well, that cloud is pretty thick right
cloud's
there.
ruining everything?
Ruining everything.
That cloud ruins it all. That was fun, man.
That was fun.
We're gonna have to
I almost
do more
got most of
this.
it right.
Yeah, me too. There we go. So we've done it.
That was fun.
We finally played music together.
That was so fun.
Mark and I have done like a handful of shows together, but never.
I've opened for you like at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a fun story. So Mark moved here, and he was on a show at the public access television station where I work, and that's how we met. And then not long after that, we did a concert for my best friend in the whole world, Devaney, and we needed somebody to kind of keep things going in between the band switching, because it wasn't a big enough stage to just go back and forth.
I was in an appropriate place. You remember where I was?
You were by the beer tent,
In the
beer
tent.
tent.
I was in the
Yeah.
beer tent.
So, and that was one of your first-ish shows in the area, right?
It was.
Yeah, because I remember you got some shows
Yep.
from that.
Yes.
And then we've done a handful. It's always a benefit whenever
It is.
we get together.
Brewfest.
Brewfest
at
twice.
At the flood relief.
The flood relief. Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time, and you probably agree with me, like making money as a musician's nice. But being able to give back to your community is nicer. And
Agreed.
I feel like that's the reason to play music. So, you know. And it's not the only reason.
The
but
therapy of it for me.
Yeah.
I just love just to.
Oh, yeah.
It takes all the stress away and an ability to relax and.
And music brings people together too,
does.
which is, you know,
It does.
there's nothing like music to bring people together.
Well, that's such a great statement because, you know, moving up here where we knew nobody,
Right.
right? The music has enabled us to make great friends like you and so many. I mean,
Sure.
all over town I know people.
Yeah.
Pretty much any restaurant I go into, I know people.
Well, people know who you are in a relatively
Even without
short amount of time. Even
without
without
the
the
black-
cowboy hat?
without their black hat.
That's right. He usually has a cowboy. It's not really a cowboy hat.
It's a cowboy hat.
They call it a duster? No, that's a
No,
coat.
that's a jacket.
Yeah.
It's a black leather hat. Let's call it that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in a relatively short amount of time, you've really, I mean, I don't think I've ever said your name where somebody didn't know who I was talking about,
Awesome. Thank you.
which is great.
Thanks for the promo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I mean, took me longer than that. And I was on the radio for 10 years.
Yeah.
But no, this guy plays it everywhere. You pretty much play everywhere.
Pretty much everywhere.
And now he's
I haven't
played 'em.
ventured out of town very much.
No?
I've done like something, what is that, Mike's Tiki Bar? I did that for an event.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I've never been there.
Yeah, but, you know,
Never done like St. J or...
no.
I don't know what's really in St. J.
I played at J Peak at the country club. That was fun.
Oh, I've never done that.
It was pretty cool.
I've never even seen that country club.
So if you go into J Peak, it's off to the right,
Yeah.
and it's, you know, the golf course is down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right there. Yeah.
It's like the golf course clubhouse.
I didn't know they did music there.
They do. It's
I've
a
never
nice place.
played golf there. I've skied there, but I worked there in high school. But it was a much smaller mountain back then. Well,
Yeah.
the mountain's the same size.
I think it was. It may have shrunk a little since then, but probably not a lot.
the mountain's the same size. But anyway, we should probably
Head in.
Head in. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's gonna get dark. We're gonna get a little bit of the sunset as we head in. But then the bats come out, and I'm petrified.
Oh
of
my
bats,
gosh, let's
so-
get going then. Because I still have to get out of the water.
Oh right. So this
you
is
wanna-
Marc Heymann on
Heymann.
coffee. I'm sorry. I always say it
Heymann,
wrong.
ho there, it's all good.
I always say it wrong, and in my mind, I'm like, say it right, say it right, say it right.
It's spelled Heymann. Hey man.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
that's how.
But
I
in German,
remember
the
it.
Y is an I sound, so Heymann.
One of these days when I do a show with my band and you're there, I'm going to do the David Bowie song, and I'm going to go, hey man.
And then I'll walk up there and wave.
All right, we're going to head in. Check out the sunset. get you riding off into the sunset.
All right. That was fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it live from the lake, but the internet's not so good out there. Well, there you go. That's his name. Marc
Heymann.
Heymann. I said, there we go. My computer's acting up.
Oh yeah, there's this black hat.
That's the black hat.
That's the black leather hat. Right
That's the
there.
black leather. Yeah, let's show that again. That's the black
I wonder
leather
if he's playing
hat.
do you think he's playing a Jimmy Buffett song right there?
Maybe. I had Jimmy Buffett passed away, obviously, the other day, which is really sad. He wasn't real old, like what, 70, 76? Yeah. It's funny because like I should have anticipated this, but like I don't know any Jimmy Buffett songs, believe it or not. And Foozle played at Parker Pie last night, and people kept asking us for Jimmy Buffett songs, and we didn't know any, so we just play a song random and be like, "That was a Jimmy Buffett song." I bet that Marc does an amazing version of Margaritaville, though. If I had to guess, I don't know if I've heard him do it, but I bet he does a good version of it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Danielle. Oh wait, no, it's not Danielle. That's Marie. Boy, I need to learn how to read. That was a fun field trip. That was so fun. I love it. I love it. Well, there you go. That is 3 years
Cheers to 3 years.
of Coffee with Todd. Look at that. We've been going for 3 years. We've done the show on a lake. We've done the show in Maine. We've done the show in Pennsylvania. We've done the show all sorts of places, and it's just gonna keep going. 3 years. We ain't slowing down. We ain't stopping. Nothing's gonna stop us now. All right. Well, that is the show for today. I hope you are having a wonderful Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it's Labor Day already. Isn't that crazy? Man, that space between Memorial Day and Labor Day just...
It's shorter than...
It seems shorter every year.
Yeah.
Seems shorter every year. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Right.
That's just how it is. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've done the show in Florida, too. That's
That
where
was
I got
great.
that NASA hat that I was wearing on the boat, actually.
The space.
Yes. Yeah, those Florida shows, we did it live in Florida, but then we taped a lot of stuff and put it together.
Too,
We did the airboat ride
Yep.
on the, I
was
can't
so
remember the
fun.
name of the river, but in the cypress trees and stuff, which was really cool. We went to the Kennedy Space Center. I want to go back there. I need to go back there sometime. Are we?
Saw
Go-
launch.
we saw SpaceX launch.
That was cool.
Are we going back?
Yeah.
Okay. Danielle says we're going back,
Want
so we're gonna go back. Yeah, go back, Jack. Do it again. All right, we're gonna make some breakfast. We're gonna celebrate 3 years of Coffee with Todd over scrambled eggs.
to.
And where the hell is the
Yeah,
sunshine?
I don't know what's going on
I
today.
thought today
It's like
was supposed.
overcast right now.
Yeah.
I went and looked in the living room,
I thought
too.
today was supposed to be like yesterday. Yesterday was a
It's
beautiful
showing.
sunny day.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
maybe it'll come out by lunchtime.
Maybe the sun was watching Coffee with Todd, and
Now it's gonna come out.
and now it's gonna come out.
Okay.
All right. Well, hey, one more sip. Thank you to Marc for being my guest this morning. It was so fun. And if you see Marc out and about playing, say hi. Tell him you saw him on Coffee with Todd. But yeah, he's great. You can't miss him. He's around all the time. And maybe we'll do a proper show together one of these days. That would be fun. As It's first time. This is the first time we ever played together and practiced or anything. That was fun, Mark. Thank you. And Danielle wants to go out on the boat, so maybe we can get out there. Maybe foliage time. We can do a fall foliage. That would be actually a cool Coffee with Todd show.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much music, but just kind of going around the lake and looking at the foliage. That would be so cool. Thanks, Tristan. We love you too. All right, it's breakfast time. Let's get that little banner back up there. 3 years of Coffee with Todd. Be safe. Be well. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Next Sunday right here on Coffee with Todd. Cheers, y'all.